Oh, people are not genuinely loving. Very few are, and they're all narcissists, it seems, or some kind of other thing. And they'll turn it around on you. You give them something more. See, I was just contemplating how there's the narcissist that they're not producing energy from the core and out and giving it out. No, they're taking and they're trying to feed themselves from in. And it's not how you're supposed to live. I mean, really, it's not how a lot of things happen. Like, for instance, your mind doesn't feed your heart. No, your heart feeds your mind. Just doing this, did you notice the difference? You know, the mind is contracting, and see, when these people think that they can't get any more from the outside into them, they're feeling like they're losing something. It's like, boy, I hate to see what happens when you die. You have to lose all of this stuff. Now what you got? A lot of people end up in complete darkness for a long time. You can just end up inside of a grainy, like non-existent hell that just sounds like machinery, I guess. Some people explain that. They say, how, somebody was in a coma, and then, some people spend a great, great time in their coma. They go into heaven and they do something, and they say, man, no, I had angels next to me, and I had a beautiful angel next to me or something, or it's better to have love invited into your life because you won't get diseased. Now that starts with you. It starts with going into your vortex, your heart, and just holding on to what brings you joy. There's a Sun conjunct Venus in Gemini at 11 degrees. Now this is really huge for the intellect of our feminine side, because Venus is now Cazimi behind the Sun in Gemini. And what I feel right now is just, oh no, it's just pure chaos because nobody got still. Nobody got still enough to be able to hear and be quiet to know what is worth, like, tuning in on and hearing. And you guys just are so disconnected. What's worth tuning in on and hearing is the truth. It brings you, it's like a calling. It nudges you on. Anybody knows it's like your intuition. It tells you. Some people don't communicate anything. And they're doing a certain thing and they don't communicate about it. How do you get good at anything with anybody unless you like figure out what you're doing and then you communicate about it? You know what I mean? I don't know. So I'm kind of an Aquarius moon, and I do the strangest communication thing where I just want to communicate. And the thing is that when you start running into like too much communication, there's something wrong. You guys don't know peace. You're not together enough to even understand that there isn't anything wrong except for just are you together? Or are you agitating and trying to make something more real than it will never be? Yeah, that's the truth. That's really the secret. The real quality of talking is that, well, what happened? Did you dislocate from now? Now is peace. Silence is peace. What happened? Well, when you start, it's not a good sign. I always know it. See, and I tell people this. I go, oh no, this is not a good sign. See, it means you're trying to explain yourself, and it's not going to go anywhere. Not with a narcissist. They're in a mode of thinking they're being scolded and all of this stuff, and they're like, and then you notice it's like, well, that's what you're doing. You don't want me to. It's either on or off. And your on or off is like, no, actually, there's a breakthrough that you go, and you grow. See, the thing about growing in this life, you poor people don't understand the process, is that you let go. That pretty soon you just say, oh no, we don't need this. It might be that way. You'll just understand, oh, this isn't as interesting as I thought it was. But you keep refusing to learn it, and you're like, boo, right? No, and then how, if somebody else is there saying, no, we get this right, I don't know. I don't want anything to do with it anymore. It's a lesson that I have to learn. It has nothing to do with them. What I mean is that I'm done with this. I'm done with that era. I need to move on to a better thing in my life. Now, some people are never going to find their people because they're not people. They are suffering. See, the ones that are going to suffer the most about this is the people that have created codependent relationships, which is just a situationship. That's not a real relationship. There's situationships, and then there's real relationships. See, you can try to turn a situationship into a real relationship by just being as compassionate as you can. You pulled up out of it. You don't need that kind of dynamic anymore. And then you're just like, but I'm your friend. And you'll find that they can't be a friend. They don't like that they can't just write over, man, what has happened to me is, now I'm realizing what has gone on. It's very real. It's sad. It's fucked up. I bet you I can find material on it too because there's like the fantasy thing. You think that the fantasy is happening, but it's not really. You have chemistry. You have chemistry, and they ride that like crazy, and there's a connection, but it's not really it's not really a relationship because look at it. It's like, well, where am I? They're not here for you. They're there for them. Their need and what they get from you. It could be a number of things, and a lot of times sex is that one thing. It goes on with, and the communal narcissist. I hate this fucking video. I gotta fuck this video. You'll play this for yourself and figure out how do you get out of this agitation? How do you get out of this feeling that you get left? How that they make you feel like that you can't work it out. See, right now I need a drink, some water. I feel completely depleted. Because what happens is you try to communicate to make a breakthrough, because that's what, if you're a couple, or even if you're at work. I don't know how these people do anything at work. It's just a robot that gets a certain black and white instruction. I get it. And you really impress them there. And then your human associations are hell. This is so terrible. I don't want anything to do with this life. Nothing. I have to give humanity a new thing to do. Which is to we're going to resonate now by feeling good. If anything, it's just me saying, "Come with me. I'm now healing." It's looking like I can't do this one thing that I was doing with this one person. I have to really see. I don't think we should count on a one-on-one. No, that's not fair to anybody. And see, now I just got undeathly fear coming out of the narcissist. I got the vision of it's like, we're gonna have to love each other and be cool and accept it. I try to make it human. I try to make it humane. And the part where you're communicating and you see that, the deeper you go, the more that they're just going to undermine your depths. It's fucked up. Anybody who's listening to this, and if you've been through something like this, what's next? Because you're not interested in that one-on-one. Just because why? Well, it's so complicating, right? You don't want. See, for me, it's like, I don't want the misunderstanding anymore about anything, especially about resources. Number one, about who we are, like our value, like what we value of ourselves. See, I value the breakthrough that I just made. I think it's very real how I'm progressing with this thing, and I don't expect people to like get it every nook and cranny. But if you're around the right people, um, this is the thing. Is it's like, well, they would pull it out of you more. They would be like, no, I get it. No, and so what are we gonna do with it? You know what I mean? Collaborate. See, that's what I want in my life. Not only this partnership, community kind of really I don't think that I'm cut out to just kind of be on the same level, but I'm a leader. I can feel it. And I'm being attacked by the complete opposite, something that says, no, you can't have your life like that. I feel that. I feel it. And see, if it wasn't an attack, why don't I feel like I'm being held up? I'm not saying that I'm your leader. I'm just saying, yeah, no, I can't afford any other association than the one that sees me and holds up what my smile, the thing that I'm excited about. I can't just, you know what I mean? God, this is elementary. You don't set aside your what you're working on, like what God's working on through you, to be something for somebody that it's like, this is not even me. I'm being called to do something else, but this is, and it's like, but can we work it out? The answer is no, because the communication isn't there. They don't care about who you are. It's just one thing they're there to get, right? What is it? For a lot of people, it's money. For, I think, women, it's only money. And then for men, it's only sex. Oh my God. Gridlock! I don't know. I don't know. I, the sound of my voice right now, I mean, pardon me. It's just, am I supposed to be a stone and acting like this? Like, well, no. That's just I figured out that there was some problems. And, well, the way that we work it out, that's just like this. I mean, we don't have any kind of emotions at all. I'm not going to express much. I mean, to the point of that your nerves are going to be damaged after a while. I'm sorry about that, but I'm just going to remain like this.